Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Candace. I'm Candace and we're going to be conversing today. We're talking about crawfish cornbread, why it is so delicious, and how to make it. This dish is a little bit sweet, a little bit savory, and a lot of bit delicious. It has seafood, it has veggies, it has cornbread. It really is a meal in itself. Or you can add an entree of meat, a side of veggies. I personally like to eat mine with a small side salad. Now, if you live in Louisiana and you're having a crawfish boil and you have leftover crawfish tails, you can use those. And fresh is always best. But if you don't have that, like me, you can go down to the supermarket or grocery store, grab frozen crawfish tails, but make sure they're from Louisiana. Nothing but the best will do for this recipe. Now, I want to point out, this is not an original recipe. This is a recipe that can be found online, and there's many different ways to make this. You can add some things and take away some things, put your own little spin on it. There's no right and no wrong when it comes to your taste buds. But for this recipe, I want you to at least try it and let me know what you think. If you have questions about measurements, check in the description box below. Let's get started on this recipe. You will need crawfish tails, fresh or frozen, cream corn, onions, green onions, bell peppers, cornbread mix, jalapeños, eggs, cheese, butter, salt, baking soda, creole seasoning. This is not a hard recipe. Most of the work goes into prep. With the crawfish tails, I cut them while they're frozen. Add all of your ingredients into a bowl. The order really doesn't matter, although I would recommend when you add the melted butter, pour them directly on top of the crawfish so it helps to melt them, and then they mix much better. If you're using leftover crawfish from a boil, they're going to already be seasoned, so you may not want to add as much seasoning. But if you like it spicy, feel free to do as much as you like. If you use salted butter, then don't add extra salt to the recipe. For jalapeños, you can do them fresh or pickled. I had pickled on hand, so that's what I used. If your crawfish is still stuck together, when you stir everything up, they should break apart. But if not, just take some extra care and mix it all up. My pan is an 8x8. I lined it with parchment paper for easy cleanup. Whatever dish you use, if you can line it with parchment paper, do that, and it will take you way less time. Bake it on 350 for 40 minutes, but if your oven is different from mine, you may want to adjust your time. The best way to check and see if it's done is to insert a toothpick or a skewer into the middle, and if it comes out clean or almost clean, then you know it's done. Also, the edges will be a little bit brown. When you take it out, it's best to let it cool, but I never do that. And that's it, guys. It's as easy as taking all of your ingredients, dumping them into a bowl, mixing it up, and baking it. If you try this recipe, leave a comment below, or if you know someone who has, let me know as well. Until next time, see y'all later.